Okay, so this does bark a little bit, but that muzzle brake really does improve recoil, felt recoil. Improve as in reduce it. Hi guys, this is Rack and Load and this is the Browning X-Bolt. Now this is not a new rifle, it has been out quite a while now, but I've got my hands on one and I thought, do you know what, it needs a full Rack and Load review. This one is kindly on loan from Livens Gun Shop here in the UK. Now let me just throw out some specs and we'll take a closer look at this then. So 308 caliber this one is. It is the Browning X-Bolt and very nice it is too. It's got a few little niggles, but I'll mention them in a bit. My opinion, like my niggles, things that niggle me a little bit. But I'll throw that out in a minute as we dig deeper. But let me just throw out some specs. So blued steel barrel, action and bolt. Overall length is 1,174 millimeters or 42.5 inches. 18 millimeter length of pull extension. So basically, if you can adjust the stock to sort of extend the length of pull. Magazine capacity is five rounds or 5+1 in the chamber. AICS compatible detachable magazine there, steel magazine. I'll show you that again. Well, I'll show you that in more detail shortly. Trigger is a single stage, 1,400 gram pull weight. So we'll measure that in ounces. I know a lot of people prefer trigger weight in ounces, so we'll measure that in the normal way shortly. Barrel length is 610 millimeters or 24 inches with an 8 times 400 millimeter flutes in the barrel, and it has got a 23 millimeter diameter. The barrel has altogether. Threaded. It's got a muzzle brake on, as I've shown you, but you can take it off through on a mod. It's got an 18x1 millimeter thread on it. Stock material is, well, basically it's a chassis, so it's an aluminium chassis with like polymer side panels. You can get it in FDE, but I don't know, I think it looks a bit, don't look great in FDE, I don't think. It looks great in black. And basically you've got accessory rails or Picatinny rails. So, you know, that's on the side of it basically. Fully adjustable stock and a few other bits and pieces that I'm going to tell you about. Right, so let's dig in deep then. So just before we do dig in deep, let me just tell you that this, by the way, is wearing a Hawk. Oh, what was it? I forgot what I put on it now. A Hawk Endurance 4-16x50 scope. I've got a lot of Hawks on test, so I'm just throwing them on everything from air rifles to centerfire rifles, and you know, it worked really well. You'll see the groups shortly on paper, but let's take this from the top then. So we'll go from the rear, if you excuse the expression. So first of all, you'll notice it has got MDT on the butt pad because this is an MDT chassis. Okay, so what do we like about MDT chassis? Well, we know they are really good. You know, I've got one on my Tikka T1X. Yeah, I know it's only a little 2.2 rimfire, but absolutely bang on. And the chassis on that thing has transformed it. So this is a real good make of stock stroke chassis to have, MDTs. I'm really quite a big fan of it, them even. So the actual recoil pad is really nice, soft rubber. You know, really nice, not that rock hard rubber that doesn't really have any effect. This really does soak up the recoil. Although, like I said at the start of the video, I found this pretty gentle to shoot for a 308. I really did, and I think it's down to the muzzle brake. It really does just take out quite a bit of the recoil, the felt recoil and the muzzle flip. So, and it's, I don't know, I shoot a hell of a lot of centerfire rifles. And sometimes, you know, obviously they've got the muzzle brakes on. Yeah, it makes a little bit of difference, but after a bit, you know that you're firing 308. You know, after sort of 50 odd shots, 50, 60 shots, you think, okay, my elbows are starting to wear a little bit thin on the shooting table. My shoulders starting to feel it. It is what it is with 308, but it felt like I could shoot this all day long. It was really, really gentle, and I used quite a variety of ammo, as I'll show you shortly. But no, this stock, really nice. At first, I thought it was a folder, but it's not. So it'd be kind of, that's one of my niggles. It's not a folder, which is a shame. I think that would have, I don't know, I think it would have really sort of stoked my fire as far as the stock's concerned. But we can live with it, we can live with it. All aluminium. All skeletonized, which I really like. So they've just shaved as much weight off this as they can. Like I said, you've got an 18mm adjustable length of pull there. So it's not much, but it might make a difference. Adjustable without any tools, which I really, really like. You cannot moan about that. Adjustable cheek piece there. Again, you don't need tools. So that is just great. Really like that. Moving further along, then, like I said, it looks like a folder, but it isn't. So maybe you can get a folder to attach to it. Don't know, but this is basically what it is straight out of the box. Okay. So pretty much the stock itself, pretty much the same on either side. You know, so me being a lefty, I've not got like big sort of nuts sticking out or adjustment wheels sticking out the side. It's the same on either side, which is nice. QD cups there. I think that's QD cup there, and possibly there. No, maybe just there. If you are to sling this thing, you know, I don't think I've actually seen anyone sling a rifle in recent times. Not one of this type anyway. This, like I say, this is more of a target orientated rifle. With it being in a chassis, you tend to sort of go for more of a wooden stroke laminate, or just plain, you know, without pistol grip, just a plain sort of rifle if it was a hunter. But yeah, more target orientated. Before I move on, when I do sort of mention gripes about this gun, we've got to mention the price point of this thing. And basically here in the UK, these are running, I think they're around the 1200 mark, give or take. Don't quote me on prices. I don't like giving prices on video because they just become out of date. But just over £1,000, you're getting a chassis rifle, a great make, an MDT chassis at that, magazine fed as well. So pretty damn good for your money. You know, if you was going to get a Tikka or something like that, you know, say a TAC A1, you're talking sort of £2,000, aren't you? So just putting it out there, guys, just putting it out there. Pistol grip is a Hogue pistol grip, which I love. AR style, well, AR-15 style pistol grip. You could swap that out for whatever you want, but the Hogue one's really comfortable. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let me just spin around, guys. Moving on to the rest of the action. Well, let's talk about the trigger area. So the trigger guard has massive amounts of room. Let me just rest. That's it, I can hold this up. God, guys, this is a workout. Massive amount of room there for a gloved finger, okay? Let's just open the bolt. So that is really good. Adjustable trigger. The trigger blade is nice and big. I absolutely love the trigger. Shall we give it a pull? I think we should give it a pull. Let's, while we're on about the trigger, let's give it a pull. Single stage. Really, really nice. Predictable, yet pretty damn light. I'm not going to guess what it was pulling, but it felt pretty light. Ooh. Yeah, 2.2 pounds. So that's a nice trigger. Very, very predictable. Let me just remind myself of this trigger. Yeah, very light and very nice. Like a glass rod. That's how it breaks, like a glass rod. The bolt handle, really nice. I forget what the degree throw is on that, but it ain't very big. So doesn't matter how big your scope is, or if you say if you were running additional optics of some description, night vision or whatever, it's gonna be clear of it anyway. But would you run night vision on a rifle like this? Probably not. But you know what I'm saying, guys. It just gives you a few more options as far as scopes are concerned. Love the bolt. Let's whip the bolt out. We'll give that a closer look. Bear with me. So, really love the bolt. Nothing wrong with it. I had no feeding issues with this rifle. Having used various different types of ammo, no problem whatsoever. What I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. If that's, don't know, does that sound right saying that? Probably not. But well, let me mention that in a second. Load cocked indicator there. So if you just see it, I don't know if you'll see it on camera, it's that one there, look, pull the trigger. So that's nice. What I love about this rifle, but it's kind of wrong for the orientation of the rifle, if that makes sense. The pistol grip rifle, or the pistol grip stock even, is the Tang safety. I'm a big fan of Tang safeties, but it kind of doesn't really work on a pistol gripped rifle. So it isn't like you can just move your thumb round to operate that safety. Okay, so I like it. I like the Tang safety, but it doesn't really work on a gun like this. I think it would have been better having a crossbolt where you could pretty much get at it. If it was a traditional stock, then where you could just move your thumb over, then absolutely perfect. I like the way, though, it is positive. It is easy to use. I like the way that pops up when you operate the safety, when it actually locks the bolt locked. So I do like that. Good bit of engineering there. Not sure how they do that, but it seems to work pretty well. And then, oh God, put it down for a bit, guys. And then moving on to the magazine area. So you've got a massive mag release there that you push forward. I found loading the magazines into the rifle sometimes a little bit fiddly. But you kind of had to rock it in almost. It wasn't super smooth. You know, all right, it's pretty easy when I'm sort of got the rifle on its side here. Well, it's not amazingly smooth, but when you're trying to sort of fumble around with it, you're behind the gun and you're trying to get it in. I found at times it was a little bit sticky. Maybe it was just the newness of the rifle. Maybe that was it. Maybe it wearing. But the spring on the mag release is pretty strong. I think there's no chance of it dropping out or anything like that. AICS style magazines, Browning's own. So if you've got AICS mags, then you can use them in this rifle. These are all steel, or at least I think they are. Usually they are. Magnet test, all steel. So pretty bomb proof. Loading them, no problem whatsoever. Let's have a look down there. Just show you down the mag well. Okay. And there's MDT's logo on the bottom of the chassis. And you've got various threaded holes there. So you can, mount your sling swivel stud or whatever. I don't know, would that be, might be M-LOK actually. That could be M-LOK compatible. You can just, throw on rail there or whatever sort of your favorite style of mounting a bipod is, you can attach it there basically. So really, really cool. Fluted barrel, like I mentioned earlier, I do like that. I did get this thing hot. I still, you know, even though it's fluted, it does help it cool down a little bit, but I was getting it hot. I was having a little bit of issue with Mirage, but you know, it's just is what it is. You know, when you're running a lot of ammo through a rifle, you know, it I don't know, at a pretty high rate like I was during my testing. A lot of guns to test, guys. I've got to sort of chew through them. So when I go to the range, I take 2 or 3 guns with me, and I kind of like to, you know, get some rounds through them, get them warmed up, and see how they perform. But no, it cooled down pretty rapidly. I did notice that I was giving it a cool down time. At times I was getting it hot, but it is what it is, you know. You do get Browning's sticker on the bottom there on the new rifles, so you probably, I'm surprised that's not melted on actually. And then that muzzle brake, like I said at the start of the video, really, really impressed with that. That really did improve the, what's the word? It just tamed it down. I felt, when I first shot it, I thought, this is really quite gentle for a 308. And like I say, I was using factory ammo. I weren't using sort of, you know, gentler reloads or anything like that. It was all factory ammo, some of which were hunting rounds. Not a problem. It was just gentle to shoot, and yeah, really, really quite effective. I think those top vents there, I think they assisted in what's the word, lack of muzzle flip. They were sort of really getting rid of any muzzle flip. Quite a weighty rifle anyway, so you know, again, that will help with recoil, but really, really, really pleasant to shoot. Flipping it over and looking at it on the other side. Just show you that. There is your takedown button there for taking the bolt out. Accessory Picatinny rail there if you want to bolt anything on the side. Probably not, but it looks cool. How did it do at the range? So I had no issues with this rifle whatsoever, no feed issues. It was comfortable to shoot. A little bit fiddly at times. The magazines were, I think it was, I don't know, it was just a little bit tight. I think it's just the newness of the rifle. Other than that, no problem whatsoever. Accuracy wise, one can say it. Let's just grab the target. Now, we've got to bear in mind, this is a brand new rifle. Still, it's got to be run in really. So it's a brand new rifle, not been run in. It's not like it's a demo rifle, which a lot of the time I do get demo rifles and they've had loads of rounds through them. The barrel's like super, what's the word? Ready to go, pretty much. This brand new rifle, so not quite ran in, but we ran it pretty hard with the ammo that we got. First of all, let me show you the target. There's the full target. Let's talk about it in detail then. So, first of all, I ran Cellular and Bellet 308. Obviously 308 because it's a 308 rifle, obviously. 147 grain full metal jackets. Let me show you some of them just so you can see them. So I ran them first, okay? They obviously, I got the rifle warm and got it zeroed and all this, and put some lead on to onto my steel gong, and that was the group I was getting with the Cellular and Bellet 147 grain. So not amazing, but bearing in mind it's a new rifle, okay? Not ran in, 100 yards, no wind or anything like that. Then we used the cheapest chips, I always call it the cheapest chips, and I think this performed best actually, was the 145 grain PPU, okay? We ran that. And that did a little bit better, I think. So that's the PPU right there. Give you my finger there just to show you sort of, yeah, that might have been me. It happens, believe it or not. PPU there, did a little group there because I thought that was doing half decent groups. And then I went on to Hornady TAP, so the Tactical Application Police ammo. That did ish. Okay, ish. And then what was the other one? Hornady Match, 168 grain. That's why these have landed a little bit lower on these targets, because I don't sort of adjust re-zero. I'm on the decks tonight, guys. I didn't re-zero with each round, okay? So I zeroed with cellular and bellet, or thereabouts, and then just put the other rounds through it. What I did as well is once I changed ammo, I put 5 rounds just on steel, just to get the barrel accustomed to that new bullet that I was firing. Then I did the paper, okay? Whether that makes any difference. But that was the Hornady TAP. And then the Hornady Match, again, 168 grain. Yeah. So that's why, like I say, that's why they landed a little bit lower, because heavier bullets. So aim point here, but landing a little low because of the weight of them. But I think PPU did all right there, but not a very scientific, and I always say, guys, it's not a scientific way of, you know, testing a rifle. It is to an extent, but unless you've got this thing locked down in a, you know, with 0 wind, 0 environmental factors, then it is what it is. It's my, and plus it's my shooting, and I'm a lefty. You know, what more can I say? Let's get rid of that and that ammo. So not bad, not bad. Run one of these in properly, you know, clean the barrel, all that good stuff. Then I think you're going to get this thing easily sub MOA, easily feed it the right ammo. But no, what a nice rifle. Picatinny rail, obviously you get that, which is nice. I don't think there's any MOA built into that. Looking at it, I can't see any. Usually you can kind of tell. So I think that's like a 0 MOA rail on that. Could be wrong, quite often I am. But no, the Browning Export, I am quite impressed with this rifle. It's done really well, comfortable to shoot, no issues. It was reliable. It's at a great price point, and it's pretty damn good looking, I think. I'm going to leave it at that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That is Rack and Load. See ya.